This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Cooks versus Sewell. You all met in the club, you have been together for 2 years, and allegations of cheating are wreaking havoc on your relationship. Is that right?
Yes.
Ms. Cooks, why are you here today?
Your Honor, I'm here today because I believe that my significant other, George Sewell, is cheating on me. I believe that there is someone else in the picture that he just can't leave alone.
Oh.
I just want to know the truth. I have a child by this man. I also have other sons and daughters who look up to me and him as adults.
If you find out he's cheating, you're done.
If this lie detector today proves that he's telling a lie, it's time for us to go separate ways. We can co-parent from a distance.
All right, Mr. Sewell, she's saying you got somebody. Do you have someone?
No, I do not, Your Honor.
What are you here today?
I'm here to prove to her that I'm not lying about no situation. I don't have nobody at all, and it's only her to be committed to her and show her that I do love her and prove that I'm telling the truth.
Tell me how you met.
Well, Your Honor, I was in the club. All night long, he followed me. I leave the club, he follow us. I get in the car, he follow my car. I continue to see this man every single day. I'm going to the park with my kids. He follow me and my kids to the park.
See, look, persistence pays off.
No doubt about it.
Persistence pays off.
I didn't just
All
follow
right,
you.
Mr. Sewell.
Then what I say, we're okay, we're gonna continue to walk and you continue following behind.
That's right.
Mr. Sewell, I mean, that's not quite stalkerish, but getting close. I mean, what is it about her that makes you say, I've got to just keep pursuing her?
Now, Your Honor, the bar she was in, booty popping and locking, is where I do security at. And that's what she was doing. She was dancing, and I was looking like this.
All right, wait a minute. Let me understand, Miss Cooks. You were dropping it like it was hot.
I was.
And
I
picking
was
it back
pregnant.
up.
Oh, yeah, picking it back up. And what?
And I was pregnant.
Okay, wait a minute. Hold up. How pregnant were you?
All the way pregnant. Great delivery.
With my first son, I was due the next day and opened the club. I'm trying to dance this baby out because I'm tired of being pregnant.
I was tired.
So I understand
I was
going to the
tired.
club trying to get it done.
It just so happened I started dancing.
Trying to get it done.
But I don't know that I was doing it like you were doing it, because this man was like, I got to know
Well, I don't
you.
know. You were dropping it now. you were dropping it, picking it back up, and dropping
All
it
right,
again.
Mr. Cutler.
You know you got it going on like that.
All right, you making me blush. Stop it, man.
Now, Mr. Sewell, here's what I want to know. Out of all the women in the club, you're pursuing a woman who's 9 months pregnant?
Yeah,
You must have saw something that you liked.
yeah. Drop that load. You can have a load after you drop that load. That's how I thought.
Wow.
That's it.
Okay.
So, Ms. Cooks, you finally gave him a chance to
I
talk
did.
to you.
I did, Your Honor. I gave him the chance. It just felt like he was everything I wanted and more. He did everything that no man has ever done for me and mine. I enjoy every restaurant we went to. I enjoy every club we've been in. I enjoy every movie. We went skating. We took my kids bowling. We did everything as a family was supposed to.
So where did it go wrong?
I found out I was a side chick.
I was in a situation already.
You doing all this
chick.
stuff and you the side chick?
Yes.
Nah, she wasn't the
Mr.
side
Sewell.
chick.
It happened to be two of us when I found out. We at a club, we at a bar again. This young lady walks up to me and she's like, what you doing in here entertaining females when my sister is at home where you need to be at home with my sister?
Did that happen?
That happened. Yeah, that happened. But what I'm saying was that situation was ended. She never knew. She didn't know that me and her sister was already separated. That was her being nosy.
So you're saying the sister who confronted you didn't know that it was done?
It was done.
Ms. Cooks, why else did
From
you
there
feel
the
you were a
next
side
day,
piece?
Your Honor, I'm at home laying down on my bed. I get a text message. I'm always on Facebook, so as soon as I heard the ding, I opened it up. I opened this message up, and this message says, who are you?
And you actually submitted your recollection of that text to the court, is that
Yes,
correct?
I did.
Let's take a look.
And the other woman writes, who are you? And so you respond, who are you? And the other woman writes, I want to know who you are because you're always on my husband's phone.
I'm not married.
She thinks you are.
If
I
I
ain't
was
seen a
married,
ring on her
Are you my wife?
So I just needed to know.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm your husband.
Yeah.
We know that.
Right.
Okay, there's no doubt about that.
That's right.
When you're married, you know.
Yeah. I never committed myself to get married. If I was married, I only want to be committed to one woman, so I wouldn't take that chance of making that sacrifice.
So from there, Your Honor, I started
Look what I
texting
deal
the
with.
girl. I started texting her and showing her different messages that he was sending, like, he's not married to you. And she kept going. And then I started sending pictures because she wasn't getting a picture.
Okay, so what did that look like? What kind of pictures did you send?
Well, the first picture started off with us out to eat and all. She like, oh, it's just a friendly conversation maybe. I said, oh, well, I can go a little deeper. So I got a little deeper and started sending her naked pictures.
Why did you send her naked pictures of you
Cray.
and him?
That's the craziness.
I do have the evidence of that picture.
Oh, okay. Rob, would you take that from her,
This is the
please?
picture that I sent her.
Yes, Sean.
So this is like when you took it to the next level.
Yes, I did.
All right.
'Cause
Let's
I
see what
needed
that
her-
looks
no, I
like.
wasn't giving
What does
up. I
next
wanted
level
her.
look like? Oh, okay.
It looks like that. So to stake your claim, to prove he's your man, you sent this picture to the other woman.
Yes, I did.
So that should remove all doubt, wouldn't you think?
I would think so, especially the look on his face. He looked like, woo.
At this point, had he admitted that he had been with this other woman?
At that time, he did not. Now, Your Honor, after the time goes on, after this situation, I gets pregnant with his son, his only son.
Okay.
9 months come. I'm ready to deliver my son. He admitted
Oh,
to
we had
sleep. This is when he
9
admitted to
months,
sleeping
though.
with this young lady.
Okay, so the young lady that you've been texting and
Yes.
spending, he finally admits he slept with her.
Yes.
While you all
He said
were
it was
together.
one time. He said it was one time.
You only slept with her one time?
Yeah.
Why do you believe he's cheating again?
I catfished him, Your Honor. I made a fake Facebook page. I Googled some pictures of a young lady that I thought was pretty enough to talk to this young man, because as you can see, he's a handsome young man.
And what happened?
I started texting him every day. For 2 days, he ignored it. I said, oh, you opened my message, but you didn't respond.
And he finally responded.
He responded,
And he showed an
the story
interest.
went on. He asked me, he said, well, send me another picture because you only got one picture on your profile. So I get to searching. I searched another picture. I sent it to him.
Right.
I said, well, send me another picture of yourself. So he sent me some pictures of himself. We started talking. He wanted to meet up eventually.
When she sends me the picture, I tell her that's not you. I want to meet up. That's why I said I wanted to meet up, because ain't nobody just gonna inbox somebody's page after I don't open it up, and then I open it up finally, and you still want to be constantly talking to me. Then she finally said, it's your baby mom. Got you. You ain't getting me. I was already on it.
Well,
Did he ever send you any photos of him?
let me tell you this, y'all. He sent me a photo of a penis.
And it wasn't mine. It wasn't mine, though.
On that Facebook page, we continued to talk, and
Was
he
it
sent
mine?
me a picture of a penis.
Was it mine?
It wasn't his.
Oh,
I didn't know
okay.
it was his.
So
Okay.
you said an upgrade.
Yeah, I sent whatever was in there. That's it. Wasn't mine.
And the reason you did this because you knew it was Miss Cook.
She always on some sneaky stuff. She be all in my phone. She a detective.
Why else do you believe
He
he's cheating?
disappeared at 4 a.m. in the morning, Your Honor. All the time. Every morning. He got 3 different excuses, so he used them all. One is, I'm at the masjid. I can't complain about that because that is his religion, so I respect it. 2, when you tell me you in a park working out at 4 o'clock in the morning, I do not believe it. 3 is, I'm at my mom's house. You went to your mom's house at 4 o'clock in the morning.
How long is he gone?
He's going from 4 a.m. till about 6 a.m.
And he comes back like nothing happened.
And he come back like nothing happened. Babe, Mom, can you get up and make me some breakfast?
Gotta have my me time. We got 1,000 kids. I cook.
It's only
I
6
clean.
What are you doing specifically between the hours of 4 and 6 in the morning?
I go work out. My prayer come in at 5:50. So what I do is I go to the park, I work out. My mom lives next to the park. I go there, I offer my wudu, I ride my bike back to where the masjid at, because it's next to her house. I go into the masjid, offer my prayer, and then I go in.
Mr. Sewell, I'm not trying to call you a liar, but we did some research and checked what time your house of worship is open. It's open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie.
This is not true?
That's
Well, you don't
false.
tell me my court is lying. All I'm saying, Mr. Sewell, is on your temple's website, it says 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
This court has done a full and complete investigation to determine, is he cheating? At this time, the court would like to hear from former military interrogator Lena Cisco. Ron, would you please escort Ms. Cisco into the courtroom? Good day, Ms. Cisco. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
It's good to see you.
Good to see
You too, Your Honors.
Would you state your credentials, please, for the court?
Yes, Your Honor. I am a former Department of Defense military certified interrogator. I have interrogated members of Al Qaeda and Taliban since 9/11.
What did you do to investigate this case?
I first had the accused write a witness statement, which I then analyzed for any indicators of deception. I studied the case file, and I put together an interrogation plan, and then I interrogated Mr. Sewell to see if he was cheating on Ms. Cooks.
So you conducted a full interrogation.
Yes, Your Honor.
What were your initial findings?
Mr. Sewell leaked numerous indicators of deception. During the interview, whenever I would ask about his relationship with Ms. Cooks, he leaked disgust. He kept leaning away from me, and he exhibited closed body language, which is an indicator of dishonesty. And he started to fall asleep during the interrogation, which can indicate a high amount of stress.
Wow. He fell asleep.
He started to. Mr. Sewell admitted to me that he goes over his ex-girlfriend's house in the morning between 4 and 6 a.m.
I never said that.
Why would Ms. Cisco make that up?
I never said it.
She has no stake in this. You admitted to her these things. Why would she make that up? That doesn't even make sense. There are tears in her eyes right now. This is hurting you too, isn't it, Ms. Cooks?
It does.
She is standing there hurting. You need to turn to her and tell her the truth. The time for game plan is over.
What you want to know, Maisha?
I want to know everything.
Everything like what?
The truth.
The truth like what?
Are you still in a relationship? Is
No,
that
I'm
where
not
you
still
want to
in a
be?
relationship. I'm
Is
not
that
in a
where you want to
relationship.
be? Do you want to be with me and my kids? If not, I can
If
go.
I was still in a relationship, I wouldn't have came here. Period. I wouldn't have left my 2 jobs to come here. Of course, you deserve to know the truth.
I do.
And you're going to get it. Whatever you want to know, I'll tell you. But right now, my whole thing is to be here, is to start over. Yeah, I made mistakes.
Okay.
Mr. Sewell,
Yes.
I applaud you for being here, and I applaud you for wanting to move forward and clean the deck. Ms. Cooks, you tell me if I'm wrong. What you want to know is, are you sleeping with someone? Since the last time you confessed,
No.
that is the question.
No, I haven't been doing nothing.
With anybody, not just with her, with anybody.
With nobody at all.
I think we need to get the results of the polygraph examination. So we're going to have Kendall Shull, our licensed private investigator and polygraph examiner, to come in. Ron, would you please escort Mr. Shull in?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing fantastic.
It's good to see
How are
you.
you? Good to see you.
Would you please state your credentials for the court?
My name's Kendall Shull. I am a retired FBI agent. Spent 30 years in Washington, D.C.
Mr. Shull, tell us the questions you asked and what you learned.
The first question was, since being in a relationship with Miss Cooks, other than the one time you admitted to having sexual intercourse with your ex-girlfriend, have you continued to have sexual intercourse with your ex-girlfriend?
What was his response to that question?
Since being in a relationship with Miss Cooks, other than the one time you admitted to having sexual intercourse with your ex-girlfriend, have you continued to have sexual intercourse with your ex-girlfriend?
What was his response to that question?
His response was yes.
Were there any other questions?
I also asked him during the last 2 years, between the hours of 4 a.m. and 6 a.m., are you leaving Miss Cook's house to be with women you are sexually involved with?
And what was his response?
His response was yes.
And so now, Mr. Sewell, you confessed to Mr. Shull, you've confessed to Ms. Cisco. Why haven't you confessed to Ms. Cooks? She's the main
Because I
person who
wasn't
needs to
leaving
know.
for that.
Ms. Cooks, I don't even know how to describe what I'm seeing in your face. How are you feeling at this moment?
Hurt. All he had to do was tell me himself.
Tell him exactly how you're feeling.
I'm hurt. I don't think you have to lie to me. I kept it 100 with you. I'd expect you to do the same with me. If you really don't want to commit yourself to me, you can let me know. Just let me move on. Let me continue to live my life as a woman, to show my kids that they don't need a man that is going to do what he want to do in their life. I need somebody that's going to guide my sons to be a man that they need to be. I need my daughter to look up to me and not want a man that's doing these type of things to her mother.
In order for this relationship to move forward, you're going to have to sit down with Ms. Cooks and come completely clean. We have counselors and we have resources available to help you do that, to figure out how to move that forward and how to make that first step. As we say in this courtroom, don't cheat yourself out of a chance for a good relationship. Court is adjourned.